On a Friday, the oil market saw swings but still remained at the previous levels. Simply put, oil prices were standing still amid the lack of changes in the energy market. There are still risks of a deepening energy crisis in Europe and a global energy crunch. At the same time, the market is being pressured by expectations of a further interest rate hikes by the US Federal Reserve. After all, the speculative component is of a great importance in pricing not only various financial instruments, but also commodities. The situation regarding the US regulators' further steps will become clear only later in the week when Jerome Powell speaks. From a technical point of view, Brent crude oil futures failed to break above the level of 98. As a result, the quote moved down and the volume of short positions increased. The downtrend will continue if the quote fixes below the 94 mark. And in this case, the benchmark will most likely head towards the pivot point of 91.50. Of course, there is an alternative scenario. If the price consolidates above 98, the way to the psychological level of 100 will open. The gold market is also trading under pressure from expectations of the Fed's upcoming interest rate increase. However, unlike oil, the yellow metal is not being supported by countless fears and concerns of possible shortages. Thus, the prospects of a fairly aggressive rate move is dragging gold down towards the level of $1,700 per ounce again, and there is a likelihood that the metal will be exactly at these levels just before the speech of the head of the US Central Bank, which is set to take place on Thursday. Notably, short-term time frames indicate that the asset has entered oversold territory, and this means that the market will see a short-lived technical pullback sooner or later. On a Friday, the Russian currency tried to gain strong upside momentum, with the quotes reaching almost 58 rubles per dollar. However, a strong and prolonged rally in the US dollar eventually affected the ruble, pushing it down to the range in which the currency had spent the last 3 or 4 weeks. Given that all the other factors remain unchanged, the Russian currency will most likely continue trading around 60 rubles per dollar until the US Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell delivers his speech at the annual economic conference in Jackson Hole. Thus, if the price fixes below 57.50, at least on the forward chart, the dollar-ruble pair is expected to go down, reaching the level of 55.50, and then the quotes are likely to trade in the range of 60 to 61.50. And that's all for now. We continue to learn developments on financial markets. Subscribe to our channel and follow news with us. See you soon.